Do you like lamb? I feel like it's like the #1 protein that gets a bad reputation.
And I find that extremely confusing.
I'm literally confused by it. I don't get it. I don't get why people say it's gamey. I think anything that doesn't taste like chicken, beef, or pork, people like to describe as gamey.
I feel bad for lamb because people love to hate on lamb. And people that haven't even tried lamb love to hate on lamb.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I don't get that logic at all.
I'm excited to see this one.
Smoked and shredded. If you are a lamb fan, you're gonna love this. If you're not, you might fall in love with lamb, so get ready.
Not you might, you will.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Smoked and shredded instantly takes the pressure off here.
Yes.
We ain't aiming for a particular internal temperature. We're just letting it do its thing on the grill.
That's like a wintertime dream.
Yes, it's like this is like the lamb version of like a smoked chuck roast.
Yes, that's a good price.
I thought so too. This thing was $22. It's roughly 5 pounds. It's hard to find a deal in the grocery store these days. I would consider this a deal still.
Mm-hmm. And because of how much meat is on it, and the fact that it comes with a bone, which is also a bonus, that is a pretty good bargain, I'd say.
I would say so too. This is the most simple recipe that I would say is on the internet. You know how I'm always trying to claim like I'm the first one that thought of it?
You think you're the first one that made a leg of lamb?
No, no, I think I'm the first one that made it this simple.
What? How?
It has the trio of citrus, limes, lemons, oranges, a red onion, some fennel, some rosemary, some salt, some red wine vinegar.
That is pretty simple.
That's all it needs. People get like so particular with it. No, that's all it needs. You bundle it up with tin foil and it hits the grill.
No, I can't get past this little sweater you've got on.
It was a cold day, okay?
It's cute.
The wind chill said it felt like -22 out there.
Oh.
I just couldn't.
No, it is so cool. That's why this is a perfect recipe. You get it out there, you put it on, you're gonna get those flavors, but you don't have to babysit it.
Exactly. That's what this is. We always like to refer to this kind of dish as a winter staple.
It's a set it and forget it.
It literally is a set it and forget it. It takes a little while to get the grill set up, but after that, you're in like the home stretch. You're just watching it from the door, from the comfort of your home.
Now, why did you choose fennel, not like everyone thinks like lamb and rosemary. Oh, you did both.
I did both.
She did both.
A little bit less on the fennel, but those flavors together are next level for me. A lot of people think mint when they think of lamb. I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't think it would hurt, but that's not one I go to.
You know why I think people like that? Because it's not mint, it's that mint jelly, which is just sugar.
Mm-hmm. It's like sugar, jelly, mint jam.
You're having jam on your meat, people.
Yes.
That's why people like it, and I can see why, but I hate to break it to you.
It's the staple for some. I'm not a huge fan of it. I like the fennel with it. Now, I will say for this is gonna steam in there, but because we're making this on a charcoal grill, I like to pop a few little vents in there so that the charcoal flavor can permeate the meat.
Ooh,
So
okay.
it's like half a steam, half a smoke flavor here.
I'm surprised you didn't want to brown it first over direct heat and then steam it.
In the winter, when it's freezing, you don't need that. It gets brown on its own.
Okay. She's bundling up.
Yeah, I'm
She's
bundling up. Usually I just run out to the grill when like half the time I don't even put on my coat, but I put on my coat because it was that cold that day.
Yeah, if you know you're going to be out there for a while, sometimes I do the run out and I instantly regret it.
Me too, and I'm like, it takes 2 seconds. Just get bundled up. It's not the end of the world. I went full on, earmuffs and everything, boots and everything.
What's this bag for? Why do you have that bag?
Because I haven't charcoal grilled since the summer. So I had to go out there and empty the ash pan. Oof. And we're known for our ash pans. Like I don't empty it every single time I grill. It was pretty full.
I don't ever empty mine until I'm absolutely forced to, until I cannot go further.
That's what happened here.
A really good idea. Wow.
Pretty darn full.
I'm surprised it actually came out, because sometimes if there's any moisture in there at all, it will just be a frozen solid
block. It was that cold.
Oh.
You can feel the coldness from the video.
Yeah.
I'm cold just looking at this.
And it's apparently supposed to get even colder these next couple days.
Well,
Great.
We're in January here. It's Canada. We grill all season long. This is like, to me, the reason why some people are like, why do you want to grill all year long? It forces you to get fresh air.
Yeah.
And thank goodness you can see that it was a sunny day. We have been in like gray city for so long. It was actually sunny and it was actually enjoyable to go out there.
Well, and you're not going to get the same flavor. You could obviously cook a lamb leg in the oven.
Yeah.
For sure. But it's not going to be the same as if you cook it over charcoal.
Okay, so this is where I encountered a little bit of a problem. My charcoal was locked up in the shed. In the shed, I couldn't get into.
How?
I don't even know. There wasn't even water. I couldn't open the little latch.
Your foot.
Okay, also, I was impressed I could get my leg off that high. Let's be honest, okay? There wasn't any water or anything on there, so I was trying to yank it and it wouldn't come off.
There must have been water to
There
freeze
wasn't.
it.
I have no. There might have been minimal water, but it didn't look like there was water there. So I got out a trusty screwdriver and just like gave her, and then it came loose. But then there was like all this snow in front of there because I haven't kept up with my shoveling in the backyard.
Where there's a will, there's a way. She's getting in.
I was starting to panic. But I did get in there. I eventually got in. I got my charcoal, and then I was able to set up the grill. So right now you're looking at this, and you're probably like, hey, this is a lot of effort. But like I said before, getting the grill set up is the hardest part.
Yes.
For a roast leg of lamb like this, that's all you're going to do. Once you get the grill set up, you're cooking on indirect heat, so you don't have to worry about burning or anything like that. You get it set up, you go inside, you let it do its thing for like 4 to 5 hours.
One of the good things about making meat low and slow on the grill too in the winter time is everybody knows that in the winter your house is closed up, the windows aren't open, so food smells get stuck in there. Especially something like lamb or beef, if you're making it inside, that can linger for so long. We've left the house smelling like roast.
I'm constantly leaving the house smelling like food.
Yeah, so if you make it outside, all the food smells stay outside, and then when you bring it in, you're like smelling that delicious lamb, but it's not gonna linger in there for days and days.
Mm-hmm. That's literally one of my favorite reasons to grill in the winter is that the smells are outside.
Yeah, because they get trapped.
They do.
In the winter time, and I don't want to be smelling lamb 8 days later.
No, or what I do, which is light like 8,000 incense, and then it's like food mixed with incense smells. That ain't right.
No, that ain't good at all.
So this is indirect cooking. You want to get your heat sources to either side of the grill. Get your grill grate on there. Give it a preheat, and then you're just sliding the roast onto the middle of the grill. I think a lot of people still don't know about indirect heat.
I don't think they do either. And it doesn't get simpler than that.
It literally is like once you learn that, you can literally make anything on there. Any type of roast. Scallop potatoes, lasagna, anything you want to add some charcoal flavor, that's how you do it.
Cookies. As long as it's not directly over top of the heat where it's going to burn on the bottom, you can make anything in that center area there. Literally anything.
Exactly. And then you just have to, when it comes to charcoal grilling, there's no buttons on this type of grill. So all you have to do, look, going in and out, I was like, I got to limit going in and out because look at my glasses.
Uh-oh.
I couldn't see. So all you need to know when it comes to charcoal grilling, when you're grilling on this type of grill or like a Kamado style grill, the more air that you let inside the grill, the hotter the grill will be.
Yep. And this is one of our favorite grills. We own all types of fancy grills. The great old Weber Kettle, one of the most inexpensive grills you can find out there, still one of our favorites. And even though it's so thin, it's obviously very cold out, it does the job.
Exactly.
You don't need the fancy bells and whistles if you don't have them.
Okay, so look at that. That didn't get browned beforehand.
Ooh, that looks beautiful.
The longer you cook that, it starts to brown up. The charcoal itself helps it brown up too. It gives it that like reddish color. That was after 5 hours of literally just leaving it on there. No basting, no nothing. Does it get easier than that?
No, that looks absolutely spectacular. Give me the smells.
It was so succulent. So people might be like, hey, but all the flavor is in the pan. No, the flavor has been like going around the leg for the whole time that it's cooking, and then I like to squeeze the citrus right onto the meat.
Now you could also make a pan sauce with all those drippings.
Yeah, exactly. I personally think it's a little too fatty. I don't like doing that. I like draping it on the meat like that. This is good. Yes, just a little bit like that. It keeps it nice and juicy. Yeah. Now, how I like to serve a leg of lamb is on the side of a traditional turkey dinner. It goes perfect on the side of a turkey dinner. Because you know how a lot of people think like pork and turkey? Mm-hmm. This is something different, and it's something that you can make ahead.
Yes.
When your guests come over, you throw that in the oven, you cover it up and like put it on low heat, it becomes even more succulent.
Ooh.
I don't know how anybody can't like this.
I don't know either. And like it doesn't have such a, I don't know what is with people thinking that lamb has such a strong, overpowering flavor as well. It doesn't. I'm not getting it.
Okay, but I will tell you, remember to add salt afterwards.
Oh, you didn't?
No, so I added salt at the beginning, But again, that was mainly to flavor what was in the pan. Meat absorbs salt. Everything absorbs salt so much. So just add more to the top before you serve it.
You know what this would be spectacular on?
What?
A bun.
On a bun, in a stew.
Yeah, I think that would be spectacular in any way, and it would make incredible leftovers. Because I'm picturing on a bun, a little horseradish mayo, maybe a little bit of au jus sauce.
I wouldn't serve that necessarily if you're having people over. I wouldn't serve it as a main because you get the people that are like, I don't like lamb. But if you serve it on the side, you might get some people that say they don't like it to try it, and then they're like, oh, I do like this. And all of a sudden you see them going up for seconds. That's how I like to capture the lamb fans.
Okay, so if you're not a huge lamb fan, try it smoked in the barbecue. You might just become one.
Smoked and shredded, baby. It's a game changer.
Oh.
Oh.
We
What?
did it!
Okay,
That
kind
was
of.
Ow,
Okay,
that
that's as good as we're gonna get.